Hey everybody, hope all is well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about support and resistance. Okay, we're going to be talking about what is support and what is resistance. All right, so before starting this video, I don't really use much support and resistance. I use it, but I rely more heavily on supply and demand than support and resistance. But I use support and resistance in combination of supply and demand, and I will be talking about um, those concepts in other videos. Okay, so let's talk about support and resistance. Now, support and resistance, let's say, let's say that uh, support we can, let me write it here. Support, oops, support you get it's the same thing as a floor, and then resistance is the same thing as a ceiling. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is a ceiling, this is a resistance. If you throw a ball, let's say you throw a ball to the ceiling, what's what's the ball supposed to do after it touches the ceiling? It's supposed, all right, to come back. All right. Same thing goes as the floor. All right. So if you throw a ball towards the floor, what it what's the ball supposed to do once it reaches the floor? It's supposed to bounce. All right. So that's the same thing in trading. All right. That's the theory. Remember, this is not 100% true. All right. Trading, nothing is 100% true. All right. So sometimes, all right, price when it's approaching a resistance, a ceiling, sometimes it respects the ceiling, and then we could expect that price could continue to go to the downside until it reaches another uh when it reaches a floor, then we could expect price to rebound from this zone. All right. But obviously, price is not going to be forever inside of this zone. All right. So sometimes price does exactly this. So let's say that price is ranging in this support and resistance zone, and then price decides to break up from this um, resistance. Now this resistance is turned into support. All right. And then, all right, price could continue in theory to the upside. Same thing goes if price decides to break to the downside. This was the floor. Now it becomes the ceiling. All right. And then the theory is that price should continue to go down. All right. So that is support and that is resistance. Now let's go to the chart to look for some support and resistance. Okay. Okay. So right here, look at this line right here. So if we draw, and remember, support and resistance, I think I didn't mention it. It's a zone. It's not simply a line, all right? It's a zone where price rebounds, all right? So in this case, we have this line right here. Um, so we could see that price when it touched here, it had a bounce up. It touched here, it had a bounce up, all right? Here, it broke below. Let me just draw the line so you guys can see. And then we have to adjust accordingly. All right. So here, price broke, then retest. This was a ceiling, then it became a floor, and then price bounced off it. came back into the zone, price bounce. Came back into the zone, price bounce. Now it broke below the zone. Now this is the ceiling. And what happened? Exactly this. So price came into a zone, reacted, all right, to the downside. It broke, retest, continued to the upside. Broke, retest, then it gave us a slight move. So this zone, I could go on and on. It broke, retest, continued to the downside. It broke, retest, continued to the upside. Here, it was kind of choppy. It here broke, retested, went down, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, so that's why we call it support and resistance because in the past here it was support, 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 then it turned resistance, then it turned into support again, resistance, resistance. So every time price is below this zone, it's resistance. Every time price is above this zone, it's support. All right. Let me show you guys another example and we end this video with that example. All right. So let's say this right here. All right. We could, yeah. So here it acted as support, support, and then it broke below. So it turned into what? Into resistance, into a ceiling. And then it broke again above, and then it turned into what? A support or a floor again. So support, 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 support. Then here it was kind of choppy, and then maybe we could just um, extend. Nah, I wouldn't extend it. So yeah, that's pretty much support and so in this case, it was support one, two, three, four, five, six, maybe seven times, and then it was a resistance once here because it broke below, retest, and then came back down. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video on support and resistance. If you guys have any questions, any doubts, just leave it in the comments or shoot me a direct message. I will be happy to uh, help you guys out with any questions. All right, guys. See you guys later. Bye.